Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a full face of Allure Best Of for 2023. I went through the list, pulled out everything that I have on that list to show you a full face. There are a couple sections where I'm lacking, the brows being one. I did use one of the brow gels that I did have on the list, which I absolutely love. So I was happy to see that in the affordable category. It is the Sephora Shape and Set Clear Brow Gel. It's super thin, it feels like water. No kind of stickiness or texture that it leaves on the skin, and it has a brush similar to that of the Patrick Ta, if you've ever used that one. They also had the Fluff Up Brow Wax from Benefit, which isn't my preference. I do like my hairs to be locked in more. This is more of a flexible hold. I was gonna purchase the Kosas Brow Pencil, which is also on the list. However, my shade was out of stock. So if you've tried that, please let me know. Otherwise, we're good to go. And I'm gonna start off with my lips, and I do have a ton for the lip category. We have the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Bombs. I have 3 of the colors here. Just gonna use the vanilla one today. I use pink sugar all the time, and past few days I've been wearing cherry because I don't know if you've seen that cherry cola sort of lip trend that's going on. I've been trying that out, but I just want something on my lips because I just exfoliated them. They need some hydration. These I obviously love. I'm happy to see them on the list. There's always some products where I'm just like, how did that make the list? Or categories I feel like just deserved way more. That's why I kind of resonate more with the Reader's Choice Awards as opposed to the Allure ones, because I feel like in those awards, there's more of the products that I tend to gravitate towards. However, they did have some good ones this year, ones that I personally agree with, which often for a lot of years, I'm just like, what's going on? One of those categories I felt like were lacking to me were eyeshadow palettes. So I just threw the bronzer that I'm using in this video in my crease, and we're gonna keep it pretty basic today. Just show you an everyday look, which is just eyeliner and mascara. For the eyeliner, they have the Urban Decay 24/7 inks, and I have the shade 0. I do have a white and a blue as well. The shape of this is ergonomic. You have a little place to hold your fingers, which I love. I just wish it wasn't as long because I get fairly close to do my eyeliner on the daily right now. I do my makeup with a faraway mirror. So that's how I do it for videos. So probably why it's not as good as in person for videos, but we try our best here. We have a brush tip pen, which is my preference. I'm just going to do a little bit of a liner today. For eyelash curler, the Shu Uemura one won this year. I do have a couple limited edition styles. I think they just have the silver one, but it's one of my favorite eyelash curlers. I'm pretty sure it's won multiple years. Surprised the Tweezerman one didn't win this year. That one I thought was really popular this year. For mascara, we have a couple of my personal favorites. My favorite being my L'Oreal Telescopic Lift, which made the list, which I love. I ran out of that one, haven't repurchased because I'm trying to use up other mascaras because I have how many open. But I do plan on repurchasing that. That's my #1 right now. And I also really love this one that made the list. And this is for when you want to splurge on makeup. I believe it was under that category. It is YSL. It is the Lash Clash Mascara. They have it in black, and they recently came out with a brown version. This is beautiful. It is so nice. Very volumizing. Nice big brush on it. So we're just going to load up the lashes today, just a liner and lash day, which I do on a daily, so I figured I'd show you my everyday makeup. This one can get a little bit messy and is hard to remove. I find this one sticks on even better than waterproof mascara, and it doesn't claim to be waterproof. It's just one of those very long wearing formulas. So I just have to clean up my lid, but look at the volume that mascara gives compared to this lash with nothing on it. It is a lot. I know with my liner, you probably can't see my lashes as well, but it is a lot of volume. Borderline clumpy if you go a little too much, but it is a great mascara if you're wanting to splurge. But mascara is one of those things. Drugstore has some great ones. Though the pricing of drugstore makeup, everything in general is going up, but drugstore makeup prices, it hurts. Everything hurts. Keeping eyes really simple today. I'm gonna finish off the lower lash line after, and look how black the liner and those lashes are. That's 2 of the things with those products. They're very black. I love the finish of the liner too because it's not shiny, and also the mascara. Super matte, super black. I think the 2 of them paired together are very, very nice. So now moving on to skin. I love to see this there. They should have had the skin tint, but I digress. This is still good to see. It is from Beauty Blender. It is their Boost Firming and Smoothing Peptide Primer. This is so good if you have dehydrated skin or just normal skin like me. I love this for underneath my makeup. It is smoothing, hydrating. It just is a good overall base. It does have a scent to it though. I love the scent, but if you're sensitive, just know that going in, it just feels so incredible. And I do feel like it helps my makeup go on. And I love this with my Beauty Blender skin tint, which if you're looking for your perfect skin tint, go check out my ranking video for skin tints. I will have it linked above if you haven't checked it out yet, but I cover a ton of different kinds of skin tints in that video if you're looking for a new one. Beauty Blender is one of them. So skin looking and feeling nice and hydrated, has a little bit of a glow. I feel like somewhat of a tack, but not too much, just like a really nice base. Then I'm surprised these weren't on previous year. Are these that new? I didn't think so. These are the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, and I have two shades. I'm gonna be using my light medium. I'm usually in between the two, which is one of the things about this product that is hard for me because I am in between two shades, but we're just gonna use the light medium today. So I'd like to apply this just to the high points of the face, sometimes above my brow. People use this all over their face though, so it just kind of depends. You can use your brush, finger. There is a good amount of pigment in this though, more than the Charlotte Tilbury, I find. I actually like this one more than the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and Charlotte Tilbury is my girl. But I do like this e.l.f. one more. Just a little bit of a nice healthy glow for underneath the foundation that we're going to be wearing today. So I do have 3 of the ones that they mentioned. One is more of a skin tint, and then 2 foundations, which I agree with these foundations. The skin tint's also really good. I just feel like for how sheer it is, it's not my personal preference, but we have the Hourglass Hydrating Skin Tint. And then we also have the Haus Labs foundation and the Makeup by Mero foundation, which love to see it. These are 2 of my absolute favorite foundations ever to exist. I'm so happy with these formulations. And my Haus Labs one I haven't been using as much as of lately just because I'm not as tan. And this past month, I've just been trying to use up my Makeup by Mero, which always makes me feel good. So I figured, you know what? I don't do this on camera. I can't remember the last time I have used something up on camera. We're going to use this one up on camera today. It is one of my favorite foundations. I do want to repurchase this. And I got these beauty spatulas from Amazon. And see how much product you can get out of there? What I couldn't get out with a pump, can definitely get out with a spatula. So let's use her up today together. And then this will go in my empties. And this beauty spatula just helps you get every last drop of your products. You can use them skincare, makeup, shampoos, whatever. They do have bigger ones. I normally use those smaller ones, but they do have bigger ones if you want to use it in your shampoo. I always get lazy, add water to the bottle, shake it up, and use it that way. Anyone else guilty of that? Maybe I should use my spatula because I do have a big one. If I had to pick though, I still think I would pick the Haus Labs over the Makeup by Mero one, but it's just tonally, this one has been perfect for me. It is 12.0, and just this past September, it's worked out really nicely. Like coming off of summer, going into fall. It's like my perfect tone right now. I lost my spatula in here. I recommend getting better ones than this. They are handy. This has never happened to me before though. You know what? Oh, are we out? I was literally trying to scrape out every last bit. It is done. Unfortunately, it's gone. You know what? I'm giving up for now. I don't know how that's going to come out. When I do my next empty video, I'll let you know if that's still in there when I show you the Makeup by Mero. Okay, so skin looks good. I love the finish of this. I love the wear. I especially love how this looks like while I wear it throughout the day. Since I've been using that Maybelline skin tint, reminds me a lot of that. If you're looking for a more affordable option, it has that same mica sort of glow to it inside. It doesn't have shimmer, but it does have a glow to it, which this has. And I find them both very similar on my skin. If you've watched my previous Trying New Makeup, I just used that one. And now this is a product, the only product that I have not used before. And I was looking for a concealer to use. They have the Tarte Shape Tape Radiant, which I was considering buying for this video as well. but I know I'm just not gonna like it. I heard there's actual shimmer glitter particles in that, and that's just a hard pass for me, but I've never tried this one. It is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Brightening Concealer Cream. It has an SPF of 25, which for me, I like to avoid sunscreen in product just because I'm so sensitive, but we will test this out. I tried feeling the texture of this and it almost feels moussey, which is not my preference. I hope you can see the texture on camera. You can. Looks like it has holes in it. So moussey. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush. Just pick up a little bit on my hand. This is very peachy. Color correcting for sure. I was worried this would go on looking dry. Let me get a closer look. The consistency just doesn't look right on my hand, but it is correcting nicely. We'll see how that wears. Have you tried this before? I tried the liquid Bare Minerals concealer. I didn't care for that. But this one's doing a really nice job at correcting. It's just the consistency. It's very different from anything I've tried. I thought it would be a bad thing, but it seems to be blending in just fine underneath my eyes. That corrected my darkness really nicely. I am not mad at that. I was so worried though about the consistency because it is moussey and it almost looks lumpy, even blended out on my hand. Do you see that? How it looks lumpy? It's not looking like that underneath my eyes, thank goodness. I will keep you posted, but there was a bunch of other concealers I thought personally could have made the list. There were so many good ones. I can anticipate for 2024 there being some standout concealers on that list. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm gonna watch for Allure next year. And then for contour and bronze, we do have a couple things here. I have the Milk Makeup contour sticks that they released. They had some bronzers, but released some contours, which are very nice. I like those. However, I wanted to use just the one product because it has both contour and bronze in it. And also, the brush made the list this year, and this is from Patrick Ta. We have the For Face Contour 2 brush, which has a nice fluffy end, and this one that's really great for cream. And then we also have his Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. I have the shade She's Sculpted. I wish I had She's Bronze, but we will use this for today, starting out with the cream. And I want to do my cream before I set my under eyes. So I'm just taking this end of this brush, which is an award winner, just like this contour bronzer. We're going to contour the face. We're going to then set with powder, and I will use the bronzer after to lightly bronze up the skin. And I do have the Patrick Ta contour brush for nose, but we're just going to use this guy just to lightly get some color back to the skin. I find it does a decent job at contouring just because of the shape. Then for powder, Laura Mercier has their Ultra Blur Setting Powder, which I'm going to get a puff and use that to set my whole face. And I'm going to make sure I blend out the concealer underneath my eyes first before I set it, else I'll be setting creases. Just mattifies and blurs the skin so nicely, takes away that shine, flattens that area for me so that I don't look like I have a ton of hollow underneath my eye. That's why I like mattifying my under eye, because you can really tell the difference with my eyes. Now that we are nice and set, I'm going to go back in with a little bit of bronzer. I still have that contour peeking through, but we want to bronze up the skin. I'm just going to use the big fluffy end of that Patrick Ta brush, this bronzer color. Sometimes I don't like the color of this compact. Today I do. I think it's suitable for my skin tone at the moment. Often I'm just a little too deep to use it, but it works today. This bronzer is what I lightly put through my crease at the beginning of the video. Now that we've lightly bronzed up the skin, we have blush category. Blush has been so popular, so it's not surprising that I had a bunch of the ones that they mentioned. I have my thoughts on all these, but we will be using just one of them today. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush ones. We have the M Cosmetics Color Drop Serum Blushes, which are a little too sheer for me. I do like the Charlotte Tilbury ones. We have the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Glow Blushes, which are super pretty, a little dry though. My personal favorite are these Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin blushes. This is in the shade Bellini, which is the most beautiful peach to ever exist. This is so pretty. I'm waiting on Sephora to get this set with this pink blush in for the holidays. It is so gorgeous. I'm signed up for notifications right now. I want it so badly. But we're gonna use this one in Bellini. You've heard me talk about this multiple times. I love this blush with a passion. The formula, it's blurring. It looks so stunning on the skin. If you haven't tried this formula, this is my personal #1 recommendation from these Allure Awards. Though I do like a lot of the ones that they mention, this one is just my fave. I used this color all summer because I thought it was so beautiful with a tan. Still gorgeous right now. These can go on top of a fully set face as well, which is one thing that I do love about them. Isn't that a beautiful color? I personally love it. And then we have another product that I totally agree with. This honestly doesn't happen every year for me. So we have the Rare Beauty highlighters, which are my favorite highlighter that has launched as of recently since the Dior palette, which is so good. This has a very similar finish to the Dior, and I like these because I can put them on just with my fingers and it goes on so seamlessly. So I initially got Enlighten. That is the lightest shade. We're gonna put a little bit of that in the inner corner just to make the eyes pop, and then I have the shade Exhilarate for the rest of my skin, which I like to put on my cheeks and my nose. And I just use my fingers with this and it melts right in. Such a gorgeous formula. You can put it on with a brush, but because these are so intense, I just like the control of my finger. Pretty. And if you haven't tried putting these on your lid as well, they're so pretty just lightly on the lid too. Whatever's left on my finger, I'm not gonna build it up too much. Instead of wiping it off, let's just add a little bit of sheen. There's not much left, so you can definitely do this more. For lips, I do have a few options here. I already used the Summer Fridays, which I would just keep applying for an everyday makeup. I did want to show something else for finishing off this look. I don't have a lip liner to use, but I am just going to be using either a gloss or a lip oil. We have the Yummy glosses from CoverGirl. We have the wet lip oils from Kosas, which are so pretty. And then my personal favorite, which I wanted to use my favorites, are the Clarins lip oils. This is #4 Patea. I think that's how you say it. I had a mini of this, had to go back for the full size. It is the most beautiful everyday pink shade, and these smell better than anything. Any lip product. This is my favorite smell. The applicator is so soft. The gloss is just the perfect amount. I hope you've tried these because these genuinely so good. It takes me back. This smell, it reminds me of something. I haven't been able to pinpoint it. Happiness in a gloss. It is so good. Super simple everyday makeup look. Normally I'd pair a pink cheek with a pink lip. Maybe go in with the CoverGirl with this sort of lip. However, I wanted to show my absolute favorites in this video. And then to finish it off, Urban Decay had their all-nighter, but it is the one with some glow to it. I gave that away to a friend. So I personally don't have it. It wasn't my favorite. There's other glowy ones that I like more. I'm just gonna use regular all-nighter to set everything. I'm surprised the vitamin C one didn't win, honestly, because that one was really pushed, I felt like. Before I move on to my hair, I am gonna put a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. I wanna keep it nice and light. Then I'm gonna go off camera, do my hair. I do have the T3 interchangeable triple barrel that you can change the barrel on this. I always use the 1-inch barrel. I'm going to use the one with the clamp today to do my hair, just for something new for this video. So I'm gonna do that off camera, but if you want your curls to last, the best curling iron, the T3 one is my personal favorite. I use this all the time. If I want a more blown out look, I use my Dyson Airwrap, but that just doesn't hold a curl like the T3 iron does. It is incredible. I can see why this won. I'm surprised it's just now. Because this has been my go-to for years. I'm back. I just gave my hair a quick little bend to it. And this is the completed makeup look for the Allure Best of Beauty for 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Super simple. Used all my favorite products that I could pick out from the list. This year, as opposed to others, there is more of my personal favorites in it because usually I don't see this many. I still am questionable about some categories, but there were several that I definitely agreed with this year. But I would love to know your thoughts in the comments section below. I still resonate more with the Reader's Choice Awards as opposed to the Allure Best of Beauty. There's a lot of products that I think should have made the list this year, as always. That's every year. But I would love to know what you think of this year's Allure Best of 2023 Beauty and anything that you feel like should have made the list. I'm curious to know. So let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this super simple everyday makeup using the Allure Best of Beauty. And if there's anything that made the list that you've seen that you want me personally to try that I have not included in this video, let me know if it was worth the award, because I would absolutely love to know if it was a deserving award this year. So thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. If you've not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.